Hello boys and girls, and welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with me, Gitbag. Now today I'm bringing you a couple of really fun heavy tank replays that I had recently. It's the funny thing is, I actually feel like more at heart that I'm a medium tank driver. I do approach some things in life like very methodically and sort of steadily, like a heavy tank driver kind of does. But I feel like more drawn towards driving medium tanks when it comes to World of Tanks. You know, my favourite tank in the game is the T-34-85, the Tier 6 Soviet medium tank. It's just very quick, not great alpha damage, but good DPM, good speed, good accuracy, very nimble. And yet I'm bringing you a couple of big old heavy tank replays. The first one is a Lowe replay. The Lowe is the Tier 8 German premium heavy tank. You can buy it in the gift shop, or you can get some gold and buy it in game. And the Lowe is an interesting machine because it doesn't actually have a great reputation, at least in terms of its drivers amongst the World of Tanks community. That's primarily because many drivers who drive the Lowe are seen as getting overconfident a lot of the time and generally throwing their tanks away early on in the match. And that, yeah, to be fair, that does happen quite a bit, and it is quite annoying. But you have to really assess what the strengths of the Lowe are. Now, it does have very sloped and curved armour. And sorry about this, but you're going to see probably a couple of little lag spikes throughout this replay. The Lowe, it's not particularly quick. It's not particularly slow, but it's not very quick. Well, actually, it is quite slow, really. But yeah, it's not very slow. Not very fast. Sorry. Its armor on the sides and back is pretty poor, but it's got great. Its upper glacis on the front is very strong, very sloped and quite thick. Its turret armor is all curved, so, and again, it's generally pretty thick all round. I think it's like at least 90mm all the way round on the turret. It carries huge amounts of ammo. Like, the maximum loadout of shells in total for this thing is 80 shells. That is ridiculous. And then its gun, the 105mm gun, it doesn't have great alpha damage per shot, but its rate of fire is alright. It's very accurate, good penetration. Again, it can carry absolutely loads of shells, so you can have a lot of APCR and a high explosive alongside a big old chunk of AP ammo. So, this is a good tank. Its main strength is in sniping and giving mid-range support, so I'd say keep it to that, because while its armour is certainly thick and well designed, it's not necessarily the best for sort of going up close and slugging it out like, say, other Tier 8 premium heavies like the T-34 or the KV-5 or the IS-6 or things like that. Well, even the IS-6 has trouble with that sometimes, because while its armour is very thick and it's well designed, again, it's not the most capable slugging tank. So we're here on assault on Karelia. I'm in the Lowe, and I'm up on this flank with the AMX 5100, which just went Mad Scotsman mode, but then ended up dying quickly. And I'm here also with the Indian Panzer, who really accounts himself well. A T-34 player off to my left, who, while not necessarily bad, puts himself out in the open a little bit too often. That's my first bit of damage. I give that poor old Super Pershing driver so much shit throughout this replay. And what happens... And now we're on assault here on the Karelia. We're the attacking team. But what happens here, which is quite strange, is that on this side, the attacking team becomes the defending team. That's because not many of our team went over here, and we just didn't push up that much. So the enemy mediums and heavies just took that opportunity, and you'll see them really pushing hard. So the Indian Panzer takes out the Tiger II. I get a really cagey shot into the top of the turret of the IS-3, IS-6 bounces, and my two teammates with me here weren't too great. I mean, the Indian Panzer just got caned by the IS-3 over there, but I did have some absolutely stellar fire support from the ISU 152 and the Ramatal Borsig, both powerful Tier 8 tank destroyers, up on the ridge behind me on, I think if you can see there, H6 and G6. Those guys gave me some of the best fire support from tank destroyers I've ever seen. I don't think I should have been able to. I don't think I would have been able to win this match if it hadn't been for them. But put it simply, hang on a minute. I'm just gonna turn down the voice volume because it's a little bit loud. Okay, so yeah, I mean, if it hadn't been for those tank destroyers, this match would have gone very different. Spoiler alert, I do sort of come out on top. So that IS-6 tries to come around me, and thank God I had the T-34 with me and those tank destroyers behind me, because they set him on fire, give him an absolute caning, and then the RHM punches his ticket. Now I'm the only one left on this flank. I'm left alone against what I think is like 3 Tier 8 heavies, and that Super Pershing is still there. Well, actually no, the T-34 with me is still alive, but he's not going to be alive for very much longer. He gets killed in a bit. And the RHM starts yelling at me and the T-34 to just push up. Well, no, that's a terrible idea. There's like 2 of us, and up in that little rocky position up ahead, there's 3 enemy tanks, all with very big, powerful, derpy guns. The T-34's on very low health. I've already taken a couple of hits, and there's probably God knows how much support behind those 3 tanks up ahead anyway. Now the Super Pershing's outflanking us. But we've managed to pull the score back a bit. It was 7-5 to them a moment ago, now it's 8-7 to us. So the IS-3 pulls out, I bounce a shot off his side, which is a bit unlucky because the IS-3 has got good armour, but it's just his side armour is less than stellar really. 50-100 though, garbage armour. My 105mm gun makes short work of that thing's armour. And now I really am the last one on this flank, aside from the 2 tank destroyers giving me fire support from the overlooking cliff behind me. And I'm basically just, you see that little sort of bit mound of earth in front of me, I'm just using that to shield my lower glacis, because lower glacis of Lowe is not all that great. And I'm just using it to hold down and just hold on, because I can see the members of my team on the other flank, while they've taken a battering and lost loads of tanks, they're breaking through, they're fighting the good fight, they're doing really well. I'm just trying to dig in, hold on at this point, and just give them time to smash through on the other flank. So I track the 50-100, do a really good damage roll on it. And the ISU, the beloved old troll cannon, punches his ticket. Now I'm being swarmed. There was a 50-100 up here. Now all the remaining tanks on this are attacking me. So I smack a big old hit into the IS-3's side of the turret. Carnarvon tries to outflank me, but the troll cannon again, the ISU-152, obliterates him. I punch the IS-3's ticket. And man, was that intense! And yeah, I've got to give thanks to the ISU-152 and the Ramatal Borsig driver. Focus 2002 in the RHM and Battle Fear in the ISU-152. If you guys are watching this, you guys were absolute heroes. You were like my guardian angels throughout this entire match. And without them, I wouldn't have been able to do 3,000 damage, get out 1,500 spotting damage, and block 7,000 damage with my armour, thus earning me an ace tanker and a very well-deserved steel wall. Yeah, no, seriously, I was seriously considering that I would lose this for a second, and if it hadn't been for those tank destroyers on the hill behind me, I very well would have lost. Okay, so here is the other heavy tank replay I wanted to show you guys today. This is a replay of me on airfield. It's a standard battle, tier 6 and 7, and I am in the KV-2 tier 6 Soviet heavy tank. The 3 tier 6 Soviet heavy tanks all have a particular gun suited to them, and they don't all have a specific purpose, but they have like a specific gun that characterizes them. The KV-85 has the 122mm gun, the the T-150 has the 107mm gun, and the KV-2 has the old 152mm howitzer. This gun is beastly. It has a crippling reload of like between 20 and 23 seconds, and that can be a real killer sometimes, but when its high explosive ammo does 910 average damage, I think you can just forgive that. And now, of course, like, the amount of damage it will do is very temperamental, depending on how thick the enemy armor is, how well they're angled, and whether or not the shell will penetrate. Because high explosive ammo usually does have pretty poor penetration. Although, admittedly, high explosive ammo, high explosive anti-tank ammo, it doesn't lose its penetration over distance, unlike the 6 shells of premium armor piercing I've got here on the KV-2. And I don't load the KV-2 regularly with the 6 rounds of premium ammo, because I don't usually have any need to. I keep them there anyway, just in case, because, you know, sometimes you might be in a situation where you might need to insta-kill a comet that's like rushing towards you, or something like that, I don't know. But, yeah, you're going to see me going to the one place you wouldn't really usually see a KV-2 driver go on this map, which is the hill down south. I would say really don't go there if you're in a Russian heavy, because Russian heavies have notoriously bad gun depression, and the KV-2 is nothing if but a tank with poor gun depression. And I'm also going here alone. There's only like going to be a couple of heavies covering me, and I think it's some sort of heavy tank or something comes up in a minute and tries to support me, but kind of gets his arse handed to him. So I just load up high explosive, roll up to the top of the hill, and I'll see a T-150 in a moment. But in the meantime, I'm kind of worrying about that ELC AMX on the enemy team off to my right. He's gone down the hill and he's running away, but what was quite interesting actually is in this match there's 5 TOG-2 tier 6 British premium heavy tanks, and there you see the average damage of this high explosive ammo is 910, but I only did 312 damage there. That's partly because it didn't penetrate, and also because just the general thickness of the T-150's turret. Now, yeah, there are 5 TOG-2s in this game. 3 on our team, 2 on their team, and the TOG-2 is a British tier 6 premium heavy tank. It's got thin armour but loads of health. Oh, hit. Boom! That's something about the KV-2. When it doesn't penetrate and do full damage, it's kind of frustrating. When it does, oh my god, is it satisfying. It just wasn't that glorious. That KV-2 was just ignoring me, and I was just like, oh, you think you're going to get past me? Well, fuck you then. I'm not having that. So, M6 American heavy tank, tier 6 heavy tank, pretty alright. Is he going to get past me? Nah, you know what? Fuck you too. Put you on fire. Have a barbecue, you bastard. That's pretty fucking hilarious sometimes, really. T-43 tries and gets in on me, and he does do a good job. He puts a couple of good shots into it, but he puts himself far too in harm's way, and I do get a bit of spotting damage off by him charging in to attack me. I have a bit of trouble with this guy, the VK36018, because all of a sudden I'm not on such heavy health. He's got a big gun, that guy. I'm just not feeling it. I don't know. I'm feeling it with my bones, but I don't know. He's still got a lot of health, and I want to damage him. But T-43 is a bit more of an elusive target. He's almost dead. What should I do? What should I do? Should I go for it? I don't know. I'm I'm thinking about it here because, like I said, the KV2 has poor gun depression, but at the same time I've just insta-killed 2 of their most powerful tanks, so I'm feeling kind of confident, and we're winning 9-1, so it's not like we're gonna lose if I die anyway. So I thought, you know, fuck it. Hey VK, here's a present. Boom! That was glorious. That was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. The KV2 is without a doubt among my top 10 favourite tanks in the game. I mean, that 152mm gun, its accuracy is very temperamental because it's a howitzer, of course. But, oh man, when you hit something and you penetrate, it's like Christmas has come early. It really is just something special. And I say there, none shall pass, like the Black Knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Because I was pretty heavily outnumbered there, and I managed to hold them off and butcher them as they came towards me. And I'm not trying to be arrogant here, but I think I deserve a little bit of credit. I think I do. I mean, it would have been nice if I'd hit one of those TOG 2s on the enemy team, because that thing has, like, really paper-thin armour. And the KV2 and artillery is kind of like the TOG 2's primary nemesis in all the tanks. But, I mean, even still, I think that was a pretty sweet game. And, I mean, even though I didn't even fire a fifth of my ammo, I still kicked ass. But until next time, I'll see you guys on the battlefield.